Midnight. It's midnight.
You're listening to the Bearcast, coming to you live from the Jack and Jones Strater studio, part of the Electronic Media Division at CCM.
Midnight. It's midnight.
For all the madness and chaos, and to all you beautiful creatures out there listening, it's midnight again, and it's time for all us proper freaks to come out and play. I am the Shadow of Bearcast, the one and only Teej, and for the next couple of hours, you're in my world.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Welcome to my wonderland.
Terry, I thought the whole idea of me having a producer was that this wasn't actually going to happen. Seriously, this is unbelievably unprofessional on your part. I'm sorry, ladies, gentlemen, everyone else listening out there, I need to explain something first and foremost before we get into, the details, the introductions, and that sort of bit right there. My producer, Terry, right here, who is supposed to be in charge of the studio keys, misplaced them, and consequently, it has to do with our unpreparedness for tonight. This is a really, really bad start, Terry. This is unbelievably unprofessional. I cannot believe you. He loses the keys. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? He's supposed to be able... His whole purpose of being here is so that make sure that the studio door stays open so that we don't run into this issue. Really, really... I'd like to thank Andrew, our production director, because he was able to come down here at this late hour to let me in. And so now we are able to get things started, to get things right. And how are you? I am, of course, the one and only Teej. And if you aren't, familiar with this show, this program right here, gonna have to give you a bit of the basics right now, I suppose. This is my 6th semester here. Is that 6th already? Wow. Been here for way too long, but yes, and I think the whole objective of all this right here is to get into a bit of the oddity, a bit of the strange, and to embrace all of that in this loving arm span of creepiness. That's the best way to describe it. Wouldn't you say, Terry? You're not gonna talk still. Seriously? We're gonna keep this up? Oh my god. Alright, so, yes, I am back once again, and it's wonderful to hear my lovely voice again, of course, but I do need to mention that there was one condition of me being able to come back here and do this show. Somebody in the chain of command, I'm not exactly sure, thought it was, beneficial for me to have Terry, over my shoulder last semester. It, forced me to clean up my act a little bit. I know, that's a very sad state of affairs right there, but, we're getting better, right? That sort of thing? He's just giving a sarcastic nod. Alright. Well, the condition was that Terry here will be chaperoning me once again for another semester. And I am looking forward to that experience, He's really starting to bother me. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just get things moving along then. We're just not going to dwell on those lingering thoughts of negativity and just move on to what I am promising this semester, because I think that that's a sort of social oral contract that we can provide right from the get right here to make sure that you get your fill, because this is for you as well as it is for me, and to be able to share this experience is a wonderful thing, especially when we have awesome music playing in the background. And I do need to mention that that's Rat-a-Tat right there, and it's something wonderful. So I got a whole bunch of crazy things planned for this semester. New content, meaning that I have some more stories for you that I will be sharing over the course of the next several weeks and that sort of thing. I'm also looking to get some publishing done, so that's going to be exciting, and we're going to be going through that together, I suppose, in some sort of sense. I also got a camera finally. Yes, I am stepping into the 21st century, and I have purchased a camera, which could provide content of video imagery, which I know that you all like so well. So consequently, we might be having to integrate that into some of this, which is scary, because I truly have a voice for radio, don't I? So, basically my whole message with that is that I want to get things done. I want to start doing things. I'm going to start trying to get out to you. And if that means stopping you while you're trying to go to class and blockading you from getting to your class so that you ask some of my stupid questions that I'm calling off from a clipboard, that might be a thing. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to hand me a camera, but we're faced with that right now. Okay, so moving on from there, we also have this idea that I've been throwing around. I made t-shirts recently, and I'm not sure if there's much of a demand for that right now, and unfortunately, the only size that I have right now is medium, and I only have a couple, so I was thinking about throwing out some sort of contest. So if you haven't already, I would highly recommend that you click on the Facebook and go over to the Teej page. That's T-W-J. And if you don't know how to spell the, well, you shouldn't be at a keyboard anyways. That being said, though, if you would hit that wonderful little like button for me, it would be very, very beneficial for you and me, because I will be throwing out this contest through that medium. And so you should definitely tune in to that, as well as next week when we're going to be handing those out. I'm wearing one of them right now. I don't believe I have a photograph of that. You know what? In the next musical break, I can see if I can get a picture of that and give that to you. It's very comfortable, though. I tried to make them fairly nice t-shirts, not like those crummy kind. So I think it's worth it. Worth a listen at least. It's not too much to ask. Seriously. So be looking out for that, as well as new music. I've been getting into some new music over the break. It was wonderful. It was refreshing, and I want to share that with you, of course. And likewise, I want you to start sharing that crap with me, so get onto the Teej page. What are you waiting for? That being said, though, I'm a little bit broke, so I'm waiting for a next paycheck so I can get some of those wonderful LPs and EPs to share with you, of course, and that'll be great. I want to pick up some stuff from Smokey Joe and the Kid. I was thinking of the Chemical Brothers' new CD I still don't have, and promised myself I wouldn't cry. We did lose a very influential individual, to me at least, and hopefully to you as well, because he was the coolest. I can't say MFer on the air, can I? Just the coolest man to have ever existed. Of course, I'm referring to the wonderful David Bowie, who sadly has moved on to a better place, and by that I mean somewhere amongst the cosmos. He's with Major Tom now. And fear not, he's not completely gone, because he lives within all of our hearts, as well as, I don't know, just somewhere out there. I can't honestly believe that he's gone. It just doesn't make sense to me. And, I don't know, when I heard about that news, it was a couple of days ago, it was last Monday, it actually shook me a little bit, I'll be honest with you, It's a great rock star, and let me just say, what a great ending to a beautiful career. He released his last album the Friday before his passing, and I've heard a couple of songs off of it, Black Star in particular, which was fantastic. I'm going to throw you to Heroes right now, because it feels only right. If you don't know that song, get acquainted with it, because, again, what an amazing artist.